The word get in English is a magic word. It's so versatile because you can use it in so many situations. In today's episode, I'm going to give you some examples of situations and uses of this little magic word, the verb get. Hey everybody, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. In case you're new here, I've created this podcast and YouTube channel to help intermediate and advanced learners of English communicate with more confidence, more accuracy, more clarity, and more awareness. If this sounds like something you want for yourself and your English, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. That's my next goal with this channel. And follow the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you don't miss a single new episode. Registrations for my conversation club are officially open. Classes begin officially in August 2024 and run until November 2024. To participate, you need to be at an intermediate level of English already, B1 level, and you need to be available every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. BRT, that's Brasilia time, to participate in the live classes. If you want to learn more about the Conversation Club, the link is here in the description of this video, also as a pinned comment below, and in the show notes if you are on Apple or Spotify. And if you're looking to improve your English pronunciation considerably, check out my pronunciation course, which is available on pre-sale. This course will teach you the main sounds of the English language, the main connected speech patterns that native speakers use in media and real life so you can better understand them and speak English with more flow, more fluency, and more clarity. The course is available on pre-sale at a very special discounted price. The link is also in the description of this video, in the pinned comment below, and in the show notes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Alright guys, so I have here on my phone a short list of examples with the word get. Like, what are some situations you can use the word get in? Keep in mind that the word get, while very common, it's also quite informal. So you see that a lot in more informal, everyday conversations, okay? But it's okay for you to use it in work settings, in personal settings. Even though it's informal and casual, most of the time you can use that in speech, in conversation. The first situation is to obtain or receive something. For example, I need to get some milk from the store. In other words, I need to obtain some milk from the store. But you see, the word obtain is too formal. For everyday conversation, it's much better for you to say, I need to get some milk from the store. Did you get my email? In other words, did you receive my email? Again, there's nothing wrong with saying, I received an email from my dad, but it's rather formal. Better to say, I got an email from my dad. Okay? The second use, to become. For example, it's getting colder outside. In other words, it's becoming colder outside. But you see, more common for you to hear people saying it's getting colder outside. Or don't get angry. In other words, don't become angry. Don't get angry. Okay? Ooh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry. You see? Much better than I'm becoming hungry. It's a bit strange. Okay? Another situation, to arrive. When you arrive someplace, what time did you get home? In other words, what time did you arrive home? We'll get there by noon. In other words, we'll arrive there by noon. You can also use get to say that you understand something. I didn't get what you mean. In other words, I didn't understand what you mean. I didn't get it. Or, do you get it now? In other words, do you understand it now? Imagine you explain something to your friend and then you can say, so, do you get it now? Yeah, I got it. You see, it sounds more conversational, more natural than, do you understand it now? Yes, I understand it. You see? You can also use get to communicate the idea of bringing something or taking something. For example, can you get me a glass of water? In other words, can you bring me a glass of water? Can you take a glass of water and bring it to me? Can you get me a glass of water? Or, I'll go get the mail. I'll go get the mail. I'll go fetch it. I'll go take it. All right? You can also communicate the idea of having something done. For example, I need to get my hair cut. I need to get my hair cut. Or, she got her car fixed. She got her car fixed. This is a nice construction, a nice type of phrase, because when you say this, like, I need to get my hair cut, you mean you need to go to a barber or a hairdresser, and somebody else, a professional, will cut your hair for you. That's what it means. You're not gonna do it yourself, okay? So I need to get my hair cut means I need to go somewhere for somebody to cut my hair for me. That's what you're saying, okay? Or she got her car fixed. In other words, somebody else, probably a mechanic, fixed it for her. She wasn't the one who fixed the car. The word get can also be used instead of be, the verb to be. For example, the party got crazy. Instead of saying the party was crazy, the verb to be, I'm saying the party got crazy. Or my phone got stolen. Instead of saying my phone was stolen. Okay? Here are some other uses. You can use the word get to persuade somebody, to convince somebody of something. For example, I couldn't get him to change his mind. I couldn't get him to change his mind. In other words, I couldn't persuade him. I couldn't convince him to change his mind. You can also use it to communicate the idea of catching or contracting. For example, I got a cold last week. It's the same idea as saying I caught a cold last week. Caught is the past of catch, okay? You can say I got a cold last week. It's easier to say because it's a shorter word, get. I got a cold last week, all right? Get can also be used when you want to communicate the idea of annoying somebody or irritating somebody. For example, his constant complaining really gets to me. Nice expression. When something gets to you, something, this thing makes you feel annoyed, irritated. It gets to you. A slang way to use get is also to mean punishment. When you want to communicate that somebody will be punished. For example, you're gonna get it. In this context, you're gonna get it means you're gonna get punished. I don't know. Think of two little kids, two brothers, They're always fighting, teasing each other. Maybe one brother does something to the other brother, and the other brother goes, you're gonna get it. Like, you did that to me, I'm gonna do the same or worse to you, okay? It can also mean to prepare a meal. For example, I'll get dinner started. I'll get dinner started. In other words, I will start cooking dinner. Isn't that much more colloquial or much more natural? Let's say that the normal way of communicating this is, I will start cooking dinner. Okay, but if you can say, I'll get dinner started, you sound like a local. Nice, right? And that's the way you usually hear native speakers talking in movies and TV series, this way, okay? It can also mean to earn, like to earn money. He gets paid weekly. To get paid. In other words, you earn your money weekly. You receive your money, your paycheck weekly. You get paid weekly, okay? There are also some phrasal verbs with get, of course. Get up, get along, you get along with your parents, you get along with your friends. It means to have a good relationship with them. Get over, for example, you get over a breakup, you end your relationship with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You might feel a little bit sad at first, but then with some time, you get over it. You overcome that situation, all right? You move on. Here are some more. It can mean to move or to go in an informal way, like, I gotta get out of here. Get out of here, right? Get out of here. Like, I need to leave. So instead of saying, I need to leave, I need to get out of here. All right? It means, again, to receive a punishment, like he got detention for being late. Detention at school is when the principal holds the student in a specific room to do some homework or stuff like that. That's punishment at school, yeah? So he got detention for being late. at school, for example. It could mean to achieve some sort of success, like she got the promotion she wanted. And this is similar also to receive, right? You receive a promotion, you get a promotion. Informally speaking, it also means to become pregnant. For example, she got knocked up. If a woman gets knocked up, this woman gets pregnant. But this is a very informal way of communicating that. All right? And you see that a lot in movies and TV series, this expression, she got knocked up, or her boyfriend knocked her up. You know, it's an informal way to say she got pregnant. Or get a life. You can say that too, get a life. You know, maybe somebody doesn't work, doesn't study, and is always complaining about stuff all the time. You can say, man, come on, get a life. You know, go get a job. You know, go take a course, go do something instead of just sitting around complaining. Get a life, you know? Get the picture. Nice expression. When you get the picture, you understand the situation. You understand something better. You get the picture? Like, can you see what I'm seeing? Yeah, do you understand the situation we are dealing with here? Can you get the picture? Yeah? So when you are explaining something to somebody, you can say that. You got the picture? Or got the picture? All right? You see, guys, so these are just a few examples of situations you can use the word get. And these are just a few of them. There are many more. I would say that the verb get is perhaps the most versatile, flexible verb in English. You can use that in many situations. So I really recommend you consume a lot of English. So watch lots of movies in English, lots of series, listen to podcasts, because the more you consume, you know, the more you will see how people use get in many different ways, all right? But make sure you use get in these ways as well, because, you know, it makes your English more interesting, more natural, more conversational, all right? So guys, that's all I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this short mini lesson on the verb get and its different possibilities and uses. Again, don't forget to learn more about my conversation club. If you are available every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. BRT, we're going to be meeting once a week for a live class to practice conversation together. Link in the description and in the show notes. And also check out my pronunciation course available on pre-sale. Very special discounted price on the course. Learn more about pronunciation and connected speech. Link in the description, in the pinned comment below, and also in the show notes. All right? Guys, I'm Thiago. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I'll be talking to you very soon in the upcoming video. Take care.